Hello YouTube, Hester781. When am I gonna learn to say nope, not interested? So this is a friend of mine's hydro seeder. He will remain nameless. Story on this is, over the winter, last winter, it slid off of this trailer, you know, wet wood and all, and snapped the muffler off. And he didn't realize it until, I don't know, January, February. And he didn't decide to do anything about it until now, when he needs it. And if you can't tell, there's all sorts of everything down into the exhaust, which has locked the motor up solid. Ooh. Also some kind of squirrel or something's been eating the gas cap. So I wonder how gas tank's doing. Oh, that fell in. Doesn't look too bad in there though. That's the least of our issues. So let's see what comes out for oil. I'm guessing some overfilled oil and water combo. Yeah. All right, let me get you set up and we'll start tearing into it. There's no perfect angles for working on this, but first thing we're gonna do is try getting the rest of this exhaust off. Oh yeah, can you see all the water dripping out already? You know, you would have thought during the rainiest year we've had on season, well, it took the whole stud out with the last one. The rainiest year we've had in years, you might have thrown a tarp over it or, you know, something. Nah, it'll be fine. Is that an acorn? Yep. All right, let's take a peek. Preview of coming attractions. So I think how I want to tackle this one is just start tearing everything off, take the carb off, the valve cover off, and just see where we're at. Absolute worst case scenario, for those of you who follow the channel, I do have a Honda engine, the same exact engine as this. But I really would rather save that. I don't know what we're gonna end up doing if you know. My guess, I think we're gonna be able to get this fixed. You know, hopefully, might end up having to pop the head off, but it's getting ahead of ourselves. It looks like he ran most of the fuel out, so hopefully, I say that now, hopefully there'll be no carb issues. Wow, this fuel line is just petrified. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Honda, for putting the fuel shut-off on the carb so that when you remove the carb, you have no way of shutting off the fuel. I do have a catch bucket set up underneath it. That's why I'm not overly concerned. I'm assuming this thing's going to leak all sorts of oil and stuff once we get going. All right, what's next? Valve cover? Sure. That's clean in there. Don't know why it wouldn't be. I'm assuming all that water just came in, crept past the valve, and is now in the cylinder. So let me put that cover back on, because I'd like to blow out around the spark plug tube before we go pulling that out. So turn you back on in 1 second. All right, noise alert. Watch your eyes. Not bad. How bad do you think the spark plug is? I'm hoping that the cylinder's just full of water, and I'm gonna give this a couple of yanks, and it's gonna shoot the water out and run like a dream. Fairy tales, I tell you. It's coming out very crunchy. All right, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. You can tell there's some moisture in there. In fact, let's yeah, that still seized. Let me give it a blow, see if any water shoots out. Ready? Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh, it's all over the camera now. You know, the one good thing is I'm pretty sure I can see the top of the piston, which would mean it's good news for us. Yeah, piston's almost at top dead center, which means whatever did get in there is only going to be at the very top of the cylinder, which is, you know, bad because it's at the top of the rings, and you know that's, I mean, sorry, top of the cylinder is where you need the most compression, but that's going to mean the whole rest of the cylinder is fine, and it might just be a tiny little rust ridge that it's caught on. So my confidence level is going up very slightly. So I think next what I'd like to do is see if I can get any movement out of these valves. Now, like I said, the piston's up near the top, so I just want to give it a little bit of a tap. I think they're moving. I think they're, what I wanted to see was a spring and a spring back. Oh, you know, this is exactly his dumb luck, is that he has this at top dead center. Both valves are closed. I'm betting if I put a wrench on this motor, we'll get it to break loose. Stand by. Place your bets. You think my theory is correct, or what do you think's going to happen? All right, place your bets. Oh, you jerk. Of course. And now we'll just watch to see if the valves are moving. Also, if they're coming back. All right, exhaust open and closed. Intake open, closed. Yep, even the decompression valve just worked. I swear to God, you don't know him, but you've seen a lot of his equipment on this channel, and this is his luck. I'm not going to blow that out with the valve cover open. I'm going to slap the cover back on. We're going to give this thing a couple of real yanks at high speed. Well, you know, faster than by a ratchet, and see what we can get to shoot out. All right, I'll try to stay out of your way for this. Definitely shot a little out of the exhaust hole. What am I gonna do with him? So here's a little trick I've learned. Watch that exhaust valve. So now that's all the way open. Stick your air gun with your shop air onto the spark plug hole. And I know you can't really see, but all the leaves and crap that were sitting in that hole are now as out of the way as possible. And now for my next trick, I think I'm going to clean the spark plug up a little. We'll shoot a little ether down there and get her to spit out the rest of the crap. This is, I mean, I know this is looking successful and I don't want to jinx it, but this is literally the guy who will leave his plows. We're in New England, so we get a lot of snow, but he'll leave his plows down in the woods from the end of snow season to, we'll call it the night before the storm, maybe the morning of the storm that we're gonna get. And he'll hitch it up to his truck and it'll run like a Swiss watch. Whereas back when I used to plow, I'd put my plows on in September. I'd, check everything, check the fluid, do a flush, put dielectric grease everywhere. And then 2 days before the storm, I'd put it back on and nothing would work. It's literally, you try to prepare as much as you can and you still get screwed. But then you get other folks who sleep in the day of the storm, jump up and they're ready to go. That's life. All right, switch is on. We'll give her a little shot. See what happens. Fire in the hole. Yeah, it's gonna go. Can't get it to spin over fast enough. Let me just try putting the carb on. Actually, I'm moving too fast for myself. I think the reason this isn't pulling over fast enough, maybe it's overfilled with oil. Either that or it's the pump that's screwing the pooch. But let me get the oil out of this. We don't want to run it with that anyway. Okay, so things have progressed. I did not hit record for the last part I did. Still haven't tried to run it yet. All I did was slap the carb back on. Carb was clean. I left it disconnected because I want to blow out that gas tank. Filled it with oil and it was still impossible to pull over. So then I came to this side. I don't know why I didn't see it before. This hose is supposed to be hooked up here. So again, all winter, this thing collected water and I popped this plug out the bottom. So this thing, it was like me trying to run the pump with just my hand. So now it turns over pretty well, but just because I'm sort of anticipating that we're gonna have some sort of issue getting it to fire off the first time, I have my drill ready to go and I got the pull cord back off. So let me get you to stand. I'm gonna hook up an auxiliary fuel source and we'll see what happens. Cross your fingers. All right, Fuel tank hooked up. Fuel is on. Got the throttle little under midway. No air cleaner for now, just in case we have to help it along. Choke. Fuel on. What are your thoughts? I think we might have to pull the plug out one more time and blow it off, but let's see. No way! I don't believe it. All right, so at least it didn't recover that well, but son of a... This is your luck, Chris. I mean, he who shall not be named. Well, in the words of Vice Grip Garage, I don't believe it, but it's happening right in front of me, so I guess I gotta believe it. It's actually running pretty damn good too. I don't know the state of this pump, honestly. I don't know how long it had water in it, if it froze, if it broke something in there. I know it's spinning a lot freer now. I might end up having to rob the muffler off of mine just so so he can get this back quicker, but I am going to order a muffler because either he's going to get it or I'm going to get it. And oh boy, well, let's finish changing the fuel line out. All right, so now unfortunately it's sitting at a bit of an angle that way, and I'm trying to get the last of this watery fuel out, so it's just going to be a grabby rag and some paper towels. It's not much in there. Got the exhaust thrown on from my other engine. I just figure I'll throw it on for now, and whenever the new one comes, see what he wants to do. Put a new fuel line in. I left it a little long. He doesn't know whether he wants to put a filter in yet or not. Don't ask me. I'm just a humble mechanic. And yeah, so I'll turn you back on once I got it cleaned out and some final fuel in it. Oh, and because I'm such a champion and a nice guy, I'll give him a brand new fuel cap. This one's metal. Give the squirrels something to sharpen their teeth on. All right, one last time for the camera. Let's see what happens. I literally can't ask for anything more than that. Well, there you have it. You know, a lot of this could have been avoided. I'm not going to get into it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.